from all sorts of problems that may afflict you, even to your mental health. Acupuncture's long been credited with helping ailments like this. So we're now going to have a demonstration in studio how a series of tiny needles can make a big difference. Here's Gerad Kite with the subject, Katie.
Hi, Gerad.
Good morning.
Firstly, can you just explain to people briefly acupuncture, generally what it does?
In really simple terms, it's working with the energy of the body. So this is a leap of faith for most people because we think of the body as just being physical form. But the Chinese understood that the body is composed of form and energy. And they saw that the energy influences the form. So when we have symptoms, whether it's physical symptoms or mental symptoms, this is an inappropriate flow of energy.
So it's a block?
Yeah, a block or a lack of strength or too much.
So then that needle going in, what does that do?
What we're doing is we're isolating which part of the system is blocked or needs extra strength. The needle goes through the skin. You make contact with the acupuncture point, which is an access point along a stream of energy.
Well, I think people are going to want to see what you're going to work on with Katie, and they're going to want to know from you, Katie, does it hurt, obviously. So what are you going to try and do with Katie here?
Okay, so this system is called 5-element acupuncture, which is different to other styles of acupuncture. And quite simply, we diagnose which one of the 5 elements is the weakest, and then we treat that. So in Katie's case, it's the water element, and that means that the kidney and the bladder are struggling to do their job properly, which has a knock-on effect throughout the whole system.
I can already feel, Gerad, when you said, now just put a needle through the skin, and there are people going, oh no, needles, phobia, needles, pain.
Well, firstly, here's a needle. I mean, they're so thin, it's like a thick hair, really. So the insertion through the skin, if you know what you're doing, which we all do,
hopefully you do,
doesn't really hurt. So I'll give you the example here. Okay, so this is the channel of energy, the kidney, okay? And I'm going to use this point here, which is safe to use on Kate. Okay, the energy is...
We're going to see this. Just hold on, we get a
this.
camera shot on this.
Here we go.
Okay.
Can you see this?
Hang on. Right, okay, here we go.
Okay, so I put the needle on the skin. I'm now going with the flow of the energy, and I pop through the skin. So that's through the skin. That was okay, Katie, yeah?
I don't really feel there.
Great.
What does it feel? Just like a little pinprick?
Yeah, not even that, really.
Now I go down to the depth of the point, and then Katie should feel it here.
Yeah, now, I've had acupuncture, so that is when it can, not hurt, Katie, but if you get the spot you're looking for,
it's called
that's when you feel something.
It's like a little dull ache,
yeah,
and that means that you've influenced the flow. So in this system, we're literally going straight in and out, just like tuning.
What are you trying to do in general? You use that word tune there. Would that be a fair analogy that we're like a radio or something that you're trying to tune in?
Yeah, it's perfect. The idea is that a human being has a correct, appropriate vibration. And that affects our thinking, the way the organs work, and we're literally tuning the person back into balance. And the balance means that all the internal organs are happily working together, communicating with each other, rather than looking at them in isolation.
Is this a private-only treatment?
Sorry, meaning...
Private, you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Is it available on the NHS?
I started a clinic in the NHS back in the early 90s, and that's when a lot of the hospitals were keen to get new things in. It really depends on each hospital trust, and people have different ideas about it. Our patients, it's a private treatment. We did a trial with the NHS for people that have symptoms that are constantly recurring.
And Katie, from your point of view, why did you seek it initially, and did it do you any good?
Yeah, it really has helped. I've now had it for 12 years. Initially, I saw Gerad for infertility and had bouts of anxiety and stuff, and I can say without any hesitation, it's incredible. You just feel well. And
you would actually credit having a child to your acupuncture treatment?
Definitely. I think it put my body back in balance, and you just can't put your finger on it. It's just, you just feel
good job,
really
he did
well.
put his finger on it.
Yeah.
His needle on it, whatever. Guys, we're out of time. I've got to say thank you very much indeed for giving us a bit of an insight into what goes on there.
Yeah,
and
thank you, Gerad.
Hopefully that's whet your appetite or your curiosity as to getting the needle.
Yeah, and how it works. Interesting.
Okay.
This is so your light.
You're making me blush.
Yes, love it.